Alright everyone, welcome back again to more Trails of Code Steel 4. So, we got a couple more stuff to take care of in terms of subquest, and then moving on to like that last bonding event we got going on, because we ended up getting an extra point for it. So first and foremost, let's I'm trying to decide where I want to go first though. I think, yeah, let me go with bond with someone first prior to anything else. It's not a lot of choices though. I will go for bonding with Duvali. What you up to, Duvali? Those enhanced Jaegers. Improving one's physical ability with hypnosis is absolutely absurd. Quite honestly, they're a disgrace to Ouroboros. They ought to hold themselves to the highest standards like we say, like my lord. My lord, I'll be there soon. Duvali. Oh, are you performing weapon maintenance, Duvali? Naturally, my lord's waiting at the shrine after all. Inez and Enya are as well, surely. But no one asked you to babysit me, Schwarzer. Focus on taking care of yourself first. Now that I think about it, the shop should be done polishing what I left there. But the time to use it hasn't yet come. For now, I need to keep focused on what's directly in front of me. It looks like Duvali is up to something pretty important at the shop. Let's do it. If you're not opposed to it, do you want to go back to it now? But what? It's fine, it's nothing that needs to be taken care of immediately anyway. But it's important to you, right? If leaving it for later will bother you, then it's probably better to take care of it before we face off against the Steel Maiden. You're as nosy as ever, Schwarzer. But you're probably right in this instance. Okay, I'll take you up on this offer then. This one time. Afterward, they visited the workshop in orders to pick up the important object that Duvali had entrusted to Strauss. Oh. Improved armor. This is your armor and even your helmet too. You had some work done on them. Yes, there were some minor scuffs that were starting to stand out. I had heard talk of a skilled artisan working here in Ordis, so I decided to take a chance and asked for them to mend it. This isn't the usual sort of work I'd have expected to do when I first began operating here, but your request was so earnest, it gave me more than enough inspiration to take the job and give it my full attention. Much appreciated. Such a beautiful shrine. Such a beautiful shrine. This level of technical ability is exactly what I'd expect from an artisan favored by the Dukes. With this, I'm one step closer to fulfilling my oath. Duvali. No idea what that's about, but if I may offer my thoughts, you don't appear fully prepared to me. Huh? Decades of working as a glass artisan comes with its perks. I can tell when someone's heart is clouded, shall we say. I polished up your helmet and armor back to their original luster. Now you have to make sure that your spirit matches. Oh. I see. Thank you for your services. Perhaps I've gotten it around my mouth. Don't worry about it. Thank you again. Reen spoke to Duvali, who was standing stock still outside the workshop. He invited her to the harbor district, suggesting they make use of their time in orders to go look at the sea. Have you been waiting long, Duvali? Duvali. Oh, you got our mint ice cream. Ah, that's cold! What do you think you're doing? And what is that? Sorry, it's gelato. I found a great place for it last time I was here on field exercises. Want some? It really hits the spot on a hot day like this. Honestly, I can't believe you. We've got an important battle coming up. Can't you be a little more serious? This is just how I am. I think it's fine for you to just be yourself too. Be myself? To tell the truth, I've always been a little envious of you. Even when you were with the Society, there was something very earnest about you. And even now that you're with us, your swordsmanship is still just as confident as it's ever been. I can't help but admire that. I feel like ever since I was a kid, all I've ever done is doubt myself. I can see why Arian Road would make you the leader of the Stalritter. Schwarzer. Don't worry, you'll get through to her, I'm sure of it. You've already seen through to her intentions, right? Perhaps. Then all that's left is for us to give it our all. I hope I'll get to see you in your armor again sometime soon. What? Blast it all, why'd you have to ruin the mood? I think I'm starting to see things more clearly now, though. Maybe the real reason I chose to ally with him is... You okay, Doobly? Huh, I'm fine. It's none of your business. Come on, let's finish the gelato before it melts and get back. Loitering around aimlessly like this is unbecoming of one who is known as the Swift. Sure, let's get going. Ah, nothing like enjoying ice cream by the sea. Reen and Doobly enjoyed the view of the ocean and the delicious gelato for a little longer. They headed back to the Courageous 2 afterward, ready to face whatever lay ahead. That was nice. Now, nearing the max point, huh? Okay. We're getting there, We're also near endgame anyway, so... Okay, now... Let's head on over to Alster. Preferably Kai and Tilia's home. Oh, that music again. This is so crazy. Yeah, the mayor said that we just need to be patient, but I don't know about that. It looks like these two are getting ready for something. Kai and Tilia, right? It's been a while. Oh, hey. I heard that Toval's safe too. It's made us so happy that we've been thanking Adios every day. That's great. It sucks that we have to keep it a secret though. I don't like secrets. By the way, is that request why you're here? Yeah, exactly. Toval is just as busy as you'd imagine, so he passed it on to us. The others here told me a bit about you two. Alster's done so much for my brother. I'd very much like to repay that debt, even if it's just a little. Okay, that's very sweet. Wow, she's so beautiful. I wonder if she's friends with Class 7. What exactly did the town do for your brother? It's a rather long story. We'll tell you some other time. Please watch what you say here. Sorry, I just got too caught up in things. She really does look familiar. I might be overthinking things, though. I think Kai's starting to pick up on things, guys. Anyway, would you mind if we ask you a few questions? Toval mentioned the town was having problems with some kind of monster. Can you tell us anything about it? Yes, that's right. Recently, it started showing up near the town almost every night. Obviously, no one wanted it around, but we all made do. There was some damage to the equipment and plants, but it kept getting worse. Things took a real turn yesterday. It was the first time that people ended up injured. Oh my. I suppose that's not the sort of thing one can simply wait out, is it? No, it's not. The really creepy part is that we don't even know what it looks like. The town asked this hunter to help us get rid of it. He's pretty famous around here. It's so scary. The monster appears out of nowhere and then it disappears just as fast. It's like we're in a horror story. It really does feel that way. We actually had some soldiers come by too, but given the situation, they've held off on any operations. Why does that not surprise me? It seems they've been neglecting their duties just like during the Civil War. And there was the airship incident already. All the adults were talking about it this morning. They all agree that we can't afford any more damage done. The mayor suggested that we all move to the mining town Aragon. What? Meaning Alster's going to be abandoned temporarily? So that's what you two are preparing for. But if that happens... I'm sorry everyone, I know this is shocking news. But you guys have already saved Alster once. If anyone can find out the truth about this monster, it's you. So, if you have the time, would you mind looking into it for us? We'd really appreciate it. I just can't stand the thought of parting with our home. It's full of memories with Mom and Dad. During the Civil War, those Jaegers left Alster in shambles. Is there any way that we can help out? Well, of course there is. We have a lot of memories in this town too. We may only have today to investigate, but we'll do whatever we can. Really? That's great! We can't thank you enough. Oh, there's no need. We're happy to help. For Oliver's sake, too, since he can't publicly act right now. Right. Ready to go monster hunting? Yeah. We don't have a whole lot of clues yet, though. Let's start by asking around the town. If we find anything out, we'll come back and fill you in. Got it. Good luck. Let us know if we can help. We'll do anything we can. Alright. Alright, where can we go? I think we'll have like green markers anyway to tell us where we can go. It's been a while since I was in Alster. Alright. Oh, chapel. Perfect. Alright, where are you hiding, buddy? Over here. Whether the townspeople are forced to evacuate because of monsters, it's not like the church isn't affected. I'd like to speak directly with the father here and get his take on things. Reen asked for details about the mysterious monster. So that's where your curiosity lies. It's a rather horrid subject, I'm afraid. Many of the local men have been conscripted, and the townspeople have been forced to evacuate due to this threat. There is some logic behind what the mayor says, however. The safety of the townspeople is paramount. The evacuation will take place today. I've also contacted the chapel in the mining town, Aragon, to make arrangements. I see. Even though everything is so sudden, it seems like things are being handled much more quickly than I expected. Actually, it seems that many of the residences in Aragon are empty due to the conscription. Also, the mayor's been urging the townspeople to move to Aragon. He says it's for the good of the Empire. Really? That's why I've been in communication with the father there for quite some time now. Though I've never imagined it would end up being fairly convenient in this sort of situation. Huh, I see. Thank you again for your time, Father. Alright, out we go. Alright, there's someone here. Who's this? Mayor Matham. Hey, what are you doing? This must be the mayor of Alster. It seems that he's been affected by the Great Twilight. Let's at least try to speak to him. Reen asked for details about the mysterious monster. Huh, prancing around pretending to be bracers, are you? I suggest you drop the act. If this is because of the monster, the wonderful soldiers who are dedicated to the Imperial Army have asked around already. Are you talking about the Imperial Defense Force? Huh, so you are at least aware of their name, I see. They're already taking down observations. They'll perform an official inquiry in the near future. However, with the war almost upon us, we can't expect our needs to be our priority. Priority. This is why I have made the decision to evacuate the whole town to the mining area. Aragon is short on manpower. Helping with the mining effort is also helping with the war effort. You're still thinking about the war even when the town's in this state? I don't think we'll be able to rely on them. It's a shame, but we have to ask around elsewhere. Alright, the distillery. Blanc. That person is from the distillery. Let's go and ask her. Reen asked for details about the mysterious monster. Oh yes, that monster. It's a strange story, alright. Some of the fields I look after have been destroyed. I was so looking forward to the harvest. I see. Did you get a good look at the culprit? No, I didn't. It seems to only come out at night. But I do sometimes catch sight of this weird person. A weird person, you say? Yes, a man. I don't recognize him from around town. He spent all day looking around the town and loitering near the fields. Didn't even give our Steinrose a glimpse. He hasn't even been around lately, but his behavior is weird for a tourist, don't you think? I don't know. We should remember this for later. Yeah, it might prove important later. Alright, who else? Sunny Spot Inn. All these people not really giving us much to go on, other than like a strange. Hey, buddy. Gabriel. Okay. Wish I could pet you. It'll have to do. Ah, now there are some familiar faces. Welcome. Are you perhaps here about the monster? Yes, exactly. Would you mind if we asked you some questions? Oh, I hate even talking about it. It devastated our fields and destroyed the irrigation waterways. It shows up just about every night now, and when it does, it causes serious damage to the town. Strangest thing I've ever seen. I've been hunting for 50 years now, and even my countless attempts at tracking it have all been in vain. It's the same story every time. We're in hot pursuit, and the trail just vanishes. Completely up in smoke. It's infuriating. The only thing I can think of to explain it is that the damn thing has wings. When we lose the trail, it must mean it's flown off. So that's what they call it, the mysterious monster. Turning a blind eye here isn't an option. The people of Alster can't handle this problem alone. Yeah, I completely agree. I can see why Kai and Tilia reached out to Toval about it. But is this enough to warrant an evacuation? Thanks for your time. There's no doubt in my mind that what you've shared with us will be useful. Please, you're too kind. I wish I could offer more information. I'm a disgrace. Regardless, winged or not, it's big and dangerous. Please watch yourselves out there. Take a quick rest here before you leave. The cuisine here is wonderful, I might add. Thank you so much. Your kindness is much appreciated. Alright. Who else can share with us anything about this winged monster that's terrorizing the crops here, apparently? Oh, over there. Far off. Far off. Hold on. Excuse me. No, it's over here, actually. No, what? Hold on. I have to go through here. And here. Oh, no, not here. Ah, there it is. I'm like looking in the wrong spot. Uck. Boy, who would have thought something like this would happen in Alster? Maybe this is the guy who was attacked and injured by the monster. Excuse me, do you have a minute? I see, you're investigating the incidents. It happened last night, just as the sun was setting. I realized I had forgotten to close one of the fences. When I went back to the field alone, I was suddenly attacked from behind. It was pitch black, so I couldn't make it out very well, but it looked like a giant cat monster. A giant cat monster. Sounds like it could be really vicious. It sounds like he was very lucky just to have been able to escape. How are your injuries? Are you gonna be okay? Yes, you don't need to worry about me. I was able to fend it off with my hoe. I do have some injuries in my hands and feet, but it's not enough to prevent me from walking. That's good to hear. It must have been a terrifying experience. Do you remember anything else? Doesn't matter how minor. We're interested in any and all details. I don't really... Wait, is this blonde girl? No, must be my mind playing tricks on me. More importantly, there was this strange noise just before I was attacked. It was high-pitched noise, almost like a whistle. Did you say a whistle? I see, that's really helpful. I hope it helps in your investigation. I really hope you can do something about these monster attacks. Of course, we'll do our best. Okay, let's wrap this up. First of all, let's summarize what we learned. There are many puzzling aspects to this case. Right, it's not just about that monster. I suggest we talk it over at Kai and Tilia's house. Good thinking. I'd like to hear what they make out of it too. It's decided then, let's go. I thought you guys were gonna automatically take me there, but alright, fine. Rin and the others returned to share what they had learned with Kai and Tilia. The group then began discussing what to do next. First things first, let's lay out what we know. We gathered a lot of information, but let's focus on the monsters first. Several things we learned caught my attention, but if we put those stories together, what's strange is that it's attacked people, that there are no eyewitnesses, that it showed up now. Isn't it a bit too convenient that it showed up now of all times? This monster first appeared not long after a large number of townsfolk had been conscripted. I'm not sure if the two events are related, but the timing certainly is suspicious. I agree, you have to wonder what drew it here all of a sudden. That hunter mentioned that he lost it midway through the chase each time he went after it. It almost seems set up, doesn't it? To be honest, Tilly and I kind of suspected that too. It just doesn't seem like a coincidence. And Ox said it was like a big cat monster or something, right? I was surprised to hear that. Why'd you find that surprising? Well, it just wasn't that what I expected, I guess. The crops that were ravaged were grapes, right? Oh, I see. It does seem out of place for a carnivorous monster to be drawn to crops, grapes even less so. And why would it destroy the irrigation waterways like that? It almost seems like it's trying to harass the town. Huh. So why is its behavior so abnormal? That's the million-mirror question. We must consider the possibility that it's developed higher intelligence, it's being controlled by people, it's under the effect of the Great Twilight. Nah, buddy. It's controlled. There must be someone controlling it. What? Controlling monsters? Is that even possible? Yeah, actually. There are certain monsters that have been specifically trained to respond to sound. They're known as military monsters. You'll often see Jaegers using them. Someone mentioned seeing a strange man loitering on the outskirts of town. Do you think there's a connection? Well, I've seen him too. He doesn't look like a soldier or a Jaeger, but he definitely seems like he's an Alster for a reason. As of right now, we can't know if he's related or not. That's true. I want to think, because we haven't seen him all that much, that scientist dude, but it could be someone else. Still, considering what we've seen and heard, we can't rule out some sort of conspiracy at play here. A conspiracy? I know it might sound absurd, but I think it's worth exploring what the reasons behind such a plot would be. If someone were in fact controlling the monster, what would be their motive? Well, we have to start by thinking about potential objectives. To obtain agricultural products? To obtain Steinrose? Something else. The only conclusion I think is that there's something that we don't yet understand. You're probably right, at least. It's true, we didn't walk away with anything conclusive at all. But there was one person who seemed to know the truth behind what's going on. Someone who knows the truth? Who could it be? I think Mayor Matham, the Imperial Defense Force members, Father Nogaro. Nah. It's Mayor. It could be Mayor Matham. Are you saying that the mayor is intentionally intimidating the residents? I don't know about that. There must be some mistake. It's not something I want to believe either. But people were saying that the mayor's been pushing to move to Aragon for quite some time now, even before this monster issue. We can't deny that things seem to be falling in his favor. But when you put it like that, it does seem oddly convenient. It's a terrible thing to consider, but it does make some sense. You know what I mean, right, Tilia? One day he just started acting so strange. But he's the mayor. He's always been such a nice person. When we lost Mom and Dad, he really looked out for us. It's just so hard to imagine. Tilia. I wonder what the truth is. The Great Twilight has proven itself to have an incredibly far reach. It's not out of the question. I just don't know. On the one hand, the mayor controlling the monster is definitely a possibility. But it looks like we don't have all the facts yet. Please excuse me for a moment. Who's calling? Oh, aren't you Machias' co-worker? Ah, please, excuse the sudden interruption. Machias told me that you're in Alster dealing with a certain incident. This is a rather awkward request to make, but I was actually wondering if you could maybe leave this issue be for me. Leave it be? Do you mean, is there something going on in Alster? Something that warrants the Government Accountability Inspectorate taking action? Well, I'll just have to leave that up to your imagination. It looks like you have your reasons, Reiner. But the residents are terrified. They're already preparing to evacuate by the end of the day. We can't turn a blind eye to this. What? Things have already reached that point? Everything's moving way too fast. I do have an idea, but we're gonna need your help. We've gotta bring this to an end. Alright then. Machias has told me a lot about you guys. I've thought this for a while now, but you're probably people worth trusting. I'll share what we gathered. Make sure you use it well. Inspector Reiner shared some interesting information with reading the others. Combining all the individual pieces helped them get a clearer picture of the situation. However, it also unearthed something suspicious unfolding in Alster, something worthy of the word conspiracy. The idea that this sort of thing could occur in Alster is hard to fully wrap my mind around. Reiner did point potential operations together, but they're not gonna make it in time, just like we thought. If anyone's gonna do something, it'll have to be us. Besides, I don't think this is entirely unrelated to those of us from Thor's. It certainly does seem that way. We can't turn our backs on these poor people. I'd like nothing more than to play a role in this operation. Tilly and I want to help too. I think we can convince the people who live here to go along with our plan. I couldn't imagine anyone better suited for that. Things can get a little rough out there, Princess Alphen. At least your safety is the highest priority. I don't know what's going through your mind, but if it results in anything but us coming along, then you can forget it. Yes, that's right. We're helping and that's that. You wouldn't let us come this far only to tell us to stay out of it, would you? Well, I guess I should have known they wouldn't back down after hearing all that. You should know by now there's no use arguing, Instructor. Just be as careful as possible and stay with the group no matter what. Yep, you got it. We understand. Let's make sure we're ready before we head out. It's time, everyone. Right, got it. Alright, let's save before this. Something tells me we should do so. And also there might be a boss battle coming. Alright, let's do it. I'm so nervous, but I've got to do my best for everyone's sake. Taylor and I are ready to go when you are. Should we get started? Though I think checking our equipment one more time would be a good move. I'm good. Let's do it. So let's go ahead and get started. I called in some more help just to be safe, but the odds of them getting here in time are about 50-50. We'll just have to proceed as if we're handling this entirely on our own. We have to uncover whatever it is going on in Alster no matter what. My brother's waiting up in the ship. This is for his sake too. A short while later, after me and the others had left, everyone's getting ready to head to the mine. The residents started to assemble one by one. The time had come for them to evacuate to Aragon, as the mayor had ordered. Even those residents who had opposed the evacuation made their preparations to leave. With a sad farewell, they left their homes behind. Finally, it took longer than I thought it would. They're all so stubborn. It was always going to be tough. Oh, Alster. You're no bustling metropolis, but by adios are you a beautiful town. And how proud I am that Prince Oliver himself spent some of his childhood here. Which is why merely cooperating with conscription is simply not enough. I want our town to make a true contribution to this nation. My good mayor, it would appear we can finally get started. Oh great, it's you. I thought it was gonna be the... Hey there, Wad. Sorry it took so damn long. You wouldn't believe how stubborn all these townsfolk are. It's clear now that getting everyone away from the town first was the only way for this little reforming scheme of yours to go smoothly. I owe you a great deal of gratitude. Speed is crucial in the business. Admittedly, I had to use a somewhat unconventional approach. I wouldn't concern yourself with that. It all counts as expenses. It is unfortunate that the town had to sustain some minor damage, but it's all for the greater good, I'm sure. I'm still impressed with the scale of it all. Though, what was it again? A giant logistics center? From the plan draw up, I gathered it was like an improved version of the logistics storehouse that Kleissenko has in the capital. And did you mention that by building it in our suburbs, we'd be able to develop it to Erebonia's next big commercial area? The Empire is expanding. There's an urgent demand to establish a logistics network, particularly for Jirai and Northumbria. The economic benefits we would gain from an Alster logistics center would be unprecedented. Would you be so kind as to grant permission to open a factory that manufactures military items other than weapons? Of course. I presume such a factory will employ locals? It's for the country and also for the benefit of Alster. It's a perfect plan. I had a hunch this was happening. But what are you still doing here? Well, I do believe I've seen your faces before. You were in the same class as Hugo, if I'm not mistaken. You just keep popping up where you're not welcome. You're really sticking your neck out. Kleisson co-sales manager Wads and Mayor Matham. Are you aware that this plan of yours is illegal? I can't believe that you used monsters for your own purposes and drove away the residents. This is fraud and intimidation on a wide scale. You've essentially hijacked the town. We can't let this kind of cruelty slide. But there's still time. Please stop this. What does it matter to outsiders like you, We're only thinking of the country in Alster. How dare you be so impudent? Watts, get these people out of my town. Cleaning this riffraff up shouldn't be a problem. After all, I've already arranged to sweep away the town. Okay. What are a few extra pieces of trash? What? Time is short and we have to begin. See, this is what I'm talking about. At first I thought it was the scientist dude. It's just you. Let the great plan begin. Sponsored, of course, by Kleist & Co. No way. Archaisms. Oh, great. Wreck the town, why don't you? Reiner saw the signs that Kleist has been doing some shady deals with Ouroboros. But they're not just using military monsters, they're using archaisms too, and there's so many of them. What is all this about? What? What are these machines doing here? They're gonna destroy the town, stop them! What are you talking about? This is what we agreed. This is a necessary measure we must take in order to build the factory. Wait, the factory was supposed to be built on the outskirts of town. The area surveyed in the mountains were gonna make development difficult. The locality of the town was perfect, however. It is the most efficient site. This is for the nation. Surely you won't start objecting on out of all times. No, but this is... You've tricked me. I would have never agreed to this. Well, have a nice day, everyone. Things are going to be a little messier for a while, so I think I'll take my leave. Can we go after him, please? He's getting away. We have to do something about this first. The group split to take on the monsters and archaisms. Stop! Stop it now! Damn you! Leave our town alone! Look out! Are you okay? It's dangerous here. Please stand back. Your Highness, Elise, it's not safe to be this close to the battle. No, I intend to fight. Allow me to help. This is the reality of the Great Twilight and the government schemes. If I don't do whatever I can to save this nation, then I'm not fit to be part of the Imperial family. Your Highness, we can do something about the monsters and the archaisms, so leave this to us. You need to catch up to Watts. For all Alster. Got it. Thank you. Elise, protect Her Highness. If it gets too dangerous, both of you just run. Got it? Don't worry about us. Be careful, everyone. I just hope my emergency plan makes it in time. Oh, it will. Knowing how these things play out, it will. It will. Earlier. Not long now. The lodge should be just up ahead. Alma, Alk, are you doing alright? Yes, thank you. Don't worry about me. I can still walk a little longer. How about we take a short break while we're here? There's no need to hurry. We can take our time. Yeah, I guess you're right. Anyway, Kai, when are you and Tilly going to tell us about what this is all about? I was surprised to hear you of all people tell us we should leave town early. Oh, right, about that. Actually, Rena and them were the ones who came up with this whole plan. Oh, really now? You mean those kids who saved the town before? I'll tell you more once we get to the lodge. Well, alright. You must have your reasons for keeping quiet. In any case, the lodge is just a little bit further. I'll take care of any monsters we run into in the meantime, so follow me. Of course. Thank you very much. Come on, Lot. Don't dawdle. Right. It's not here. The sheep plushie Daddy gave me. No, I must have accidentally left it behind somewhere. Of course you're gonna run off on your own. Oh boy, this is gonna be a problem. Well, no, I'm gonna be quite busy from here on. Huh? An orbital bike? Ah! It's you. What are you doing here, Herman? Mr. Wads. Isn't it about time you went straight? You've been ignoring orders from the main office for a while now. On top of that, I hear you've been making illicit deals all over the Empire. How long did you think you could keep this up? So what happened to that promise of yours? You swore you wouldn't trample over others for business sake, but here we are. I never would have found my calling if it weren't for you. I'm just here to make up for all you did for me. And I decided I'm gonna pay you back by stopping you from making this huge mistake. It's over now, Wads. We know this isn't your first offense. It would be the last time you try to scam someone like this. The inspectorate should have already contacted you. I'd like to bring you in for questioning about your recent dealings with the government. Meddling kids. Why don't you all just stop wasting my time? I know I've had my setbacks, but this plan is foolproof. I won over the mayor, avoided the main office, laid the groundwork with the government, and even called in favors from the IDF. Do you have any idea how long I've waited for all this to come together? Pretty soon the Alster distribution center is going to dominate the whole of the northwestern region. Just think about it. If I pull this off, it'll be the biggest score of my entire career. The profits I bring in could finally even surpass Hugo Kleiss. You did all this just for that? If only you've gone about it differently. That passion could have led you to great things. You've been with Kleiss & Co. a long time, ever since it's first founded, right? Were you hoping Hugo would hand over the Kleiss Mall orders to you? This is my fault, Mr. Wads. If only I'd paid more attention. I could have stopped you before it came to this. But if words won't work, I'll have to get through to you some other way. Don't you dare try to stop me. It's all about to come together. Just a little more. It'll be perfect. Perfect, I tell you. What the? What was that? Oh. A child? Looks like the heavens have sent me a little gift. Damn it! Oh, are you kidding me right now? Huh? Now, everyone, better mind your manners. Just keep quiet and cooperate, and this will all go smoothly. Mr. Watts! Let him go now. Now let me be clear. I'm not gonna budge even one reg away from my plan. All I need is a little more time and the proper equipment, and I'll be able to level Alster to the ground. Not to mention I still have one last ace up my sleeve. Alright, now time to take out the trash. Guest part, Geralds! You really brought Ouroboros orgasms out here? That's enough! Stop this right now, Mr. Wads! The Great Twilight has gone to him. That settles it. We have to finish this ourselves. First, we take these things down. Everybody ready? Right. Leave it to us. Rescue the hostage and restrain Wads.
The enemy is strong. Please brace yourselves.
No need to tell me twice. Alright, let's see. Ice. Ice. Alright, yeah, this will work out for me just fine. Once I have it.
Cut through!
Hey, you still miss.
Nuh-uh. It's my turn.
Alright. Oh, I got nothing. Nothing in the tank, huh? Okay. Let's do analyze then.
Yeah.
Alright, an autonomous archaism with extendable arms and exceptional firepower. You can handle enemies in a wide area. Alright. That hurts.
I'll treat you.
Thanks. Not today!
Here I go.
Oh, this is great. Okay, okay.
Smash! Let's get him.
It's mine!
Yes.
Okay, what can we use here? Hold on. What else need we do? Alright. And... okay, let's do... Delay them.
Let's go.
Perfect timing, too. Alright, Divine Song, go.
Resonate! Divine Song Formation! My turn.
Freeze them all.
Ha!
Oh,
Let's go!
I was hoping for that. Good job. Good job.
Yeah!
Yes.
Smash! Wide open!
It's mine!
There you go.
Those sword tricks of yours sure came in handy.
Thanks, Yuna. I trust your skills in battle.
I must continue to train.
True Radiant Blade can now be used. No, you destroyed them already? This is ridiculous, but you're weak from that fight. I'll just use the other one and... Not so fast. Oh, Estelle. What? You took it out in one blow? Alright, it's time for you two. Perfect timing, Kai. Now just leave the rest to us. Good job. Lot, quick, get with us. Tilia. Looks like the tables have turned. Ugh, things were getting pretty dicey there, but I guess we made it just in the nick of time. We're from the Bracer Guild. Can anyone bring us up to speed? I'm only sorry we couldn't get here sooner. Not at all. Everything worked out perfectly. I'm glad I called you guys. I never thought things would get this crazy. Thank goodness. We were worried sick when you disappeared, Lot. It all happened so fast. I'm sorry I ran off, Tilia and Kai. You pitched in pretty well with the rescue yourselves. I think the credit goes to Estelle and the others for charging in right when things started to look worse. I'm just relieved things turned out the way they did. Bracers, you've got to be kidding me. Wanted criminals, guild dogs, where is it gonna end? Are you gonna make an enemy of Kleist & Co. or the government? You still haven't given up? I don't think you fully understand the position you're in. What? According to Toval, the main office of Kleist & Co. has denied all responsibility for things you've done. You've been suspended from duty several times and you're on your last warning now. That info technically isn't meant to leave the company, but push really came to shove. I heard about it from Reiner. Your unethical fixation on success is in direct opposition to the main office's wishes. Doesn't it seem a bit uncouth of you to invoke Kleist & Co., Mr. 3-Piece Suit, considering their feelings towards you and all? Throwing it around like that could land you in some trouble. I couldn't agree more. You have no right to utter that name, Wads. The same goes for your so-called connections with the government. Ah, he's finally here. There's the last helper we called in. That ship. Sir? Hey there, everyone. Sorry it took us so long. Finding Hugo and bringing him here took a wee bit longer than expected. Well, Mr. Managing Director, seems like things here have taken a real spiral. Any plans on how to handle it? Oh, I'll put an end to this, alright. It's my duty, after all. Wait, what are you... Sir, I apologize for how this must look. These ruffians have thrown a wrench in the works, but it's only a temporary setback, I assure you. Well, let's cut to the chase. What exactly are you doing here? Sir? Do you have any idea of the trouble you're in? As if scamming people out of their homes wasn't bad enough, you even took a child hostage. I've told you time and time and again that I won't accept such unconscionable methods of business, yet you continue to disregard my orders. Sir, I don't understand. Who cares about the past? Don't you see what's at stake here? I found a more efficient way to boost our profits. Why should anything else matter? That's what doing business is all about, right? You'd never make it in this industry if you let yourself worry over matters of petty morality. Come on, Wads, it's like speaking to a brick wall with you. The curse has taken root deep inside him. It must have honed in on his fixation with profit and drove him out of control. Or maybe it's more his obsession with surpassing you that's gotten him out this far offline. Surpassing me. Why should that matter so much? You still don't understand. I've been with Clay since the very beginning. I watched it grow from a very tiny company into the nationwide juggernaut it is today. Do you have any idea what it's like for me seeing you take over and call me incompetent, third rate? If I can raise our profits more than you, then perhaps finally, you'll recognize me for the businessman I truly am. Well, you're not much of one if you're willing to go as far as what you're doing right now. Hugo. Hugo always views things so logically, but a situation like this really requires an emotional touch. Wads, you've been a loyal employee of my company for many years. In just the past month, your efforts have raised our profit margin by 10%. I'll admit the results you've achieved have been impressive, but your criminal activity, rejection of our trading policies, and utter refusal to follow orders are not something I can overlook. Effective immediately, I'm relieving you of your position as sales manager and placing you on indefinite suspension. What? I'm surprised he wasn't fired. No, it can't be. After all I've done? Everyone, I'm truly sorry for the trouble Watts has caused. I take full responsibility. I should have paid more attention to what was going on in my own company. I promise I'll compensate anyone who was affected by my employees' unlawful activities. Now, Herman. Yes, sir. Attend to Watts. It looks like he's taken a few bumps. See to it that he gets some medical treatment. Yes, sir, of course. Well, I must be on my way. Hold up, Hugo. One more question before you go. What do you plan on doing from here on out? The Watts problem may be settled, but what about the future? You knew what the government was planning, but you still go to bed with them. I know that wasn't purely a business decision, but all of this that's happened here, that's where it got you. You claim you're going to take responsibility, but what does that mean? You're stepping down as managing director? I told you already, didn't I? I'm going to settle things. The fires of war will engulf this continent before too long. I've known that for 2 years now. That's why I allied myself with the government, to give Kleist its best chance of surviving. But I see now that I made the wrong judgment. It's only natural that I should resign. Hugo. Geez, not that pish. What do you think that's going to accomplish? What? She's got a point, Hugo. You know we're trying to put an end to the Great Twilight, right? Your government connections could make you a valuable ally to that cause. What do you say? For old time's sake? I don't know. The way I see it, the important thing here isn't obligation. It's what you truly want to make happen. Not that it's any of my business. I'm not from Erebonia myself, so I don't know what all this must be like for you. But all of us have gotten this far by following our own convictions. By doing what we believe is right. Same probably goes for Reen in Class 7, so why should it be any different for you? Estelle. Yeah, that's a pretty good way of summing up why we're all here. We wouldn't have trudged all the way to West Erebonia if we didn't believe in what we're doing. In the end, the decision is yours to make. Try to be honest with yourself and see how things go from there. What do I really want? For crying out loud, you know what you want. You just can't admit it, because of that stubborn pride of yours. You know there's no way both Thors and Kleist can come out of this still standing. So wrap your whining and snap to it. If you go wrong again, I'll be here to set you straight. Becky. Me go wrong. Better not expect I'd make any sort of mistake like that twice. And I'll move forward from here my way. I'll ensure the future of the company and Thors without so much relying on the government. Well said. If anyone can do all that, it's you. Wow, this little adventure sure escalated quickly. I was worried for a while there. Kleist and Co. distancing itself from the government will surely change up the state of play a little. Excuse me. All the same, it's good to have you back on our side, Hugo. I'm sure the others will be glad to hear it too. We should head back and spread the news to the courageous, don't you think, guys? Yeah. Huh. Well, I'm certainly glad that's over. You can say that again. Mark's still beating crazy fast. We still have a few things we need to clear up, but at least the worst is behind us. That's all thanks to them. Those Thor kids still got it in them, don't they? Shortly afterward, the 3rd Armored Division arrived to take control of the scene. Alster sustained considerable damage, however. It was swiftly restored with the compensation from Kleist & Co. The residents rejoiced as they returned to the town, and others were reunited with old friends. Certainly not everything was resolved that day. But at least this was the end of that incident that engulfed Alster. You're going now, aren't you? Yes, not that we want to. Yeah, I figured. I want to thank you guys again for everything you did. Right, got my thanks too. I knew asking you guys to look into this was the right call. Well, it wasn't just us. We had a lot of help on this one. Right, we had some assistance in clearing out the remaining archaisms too. We only clobbered a few of them. You two pretty much had things handled on your own. It's thanks to all you guys' hard work that Alster was saved. You were first on the scene, and you busted that conspiracy wide open. Yeah, if you hadn't got here when you did, it might have been too late. Aw, thank you for saying so. But I think if I hear any more praise, I'll turn red from head to toe. Honestly though, I'm sure my father and brother will be able to breathe a sigh of relief now. I don't doubt it. If you have the chance, please tell your father that I hope for a swift recovery. Thank you, I'll let him know. What are they talking about? I think I may have an idea. That'll be a little secret, okay? Things are gonna get way tougher from here. We all gotta stay on our toes. For now, us bracers are gonna keep on bracing. Hope you guys can keep up. Of course. Come back anytime. Just be careful out there. Things might be a bit tough for the town for a bit. If there's anything we can do to help, just let us know. We'll come back to see you again. Stay safe. And that takes care of that. And we got the Holy Bell.